I'm Pitmaster Megan Day from Burnt Finger Barbecue, and I'm here with my smoky Kansas City ribs for the Royal Oak Charcoal Pellet Recipe Series. So the first thing you want to do when you get your ribs out is trim off any loose meat that's on there, any silver skin. If there's any bulging like tenderloin meat that's left on top, you're going to want to have as flat a surface as you can. I love to take the membrane off of the back, so you'll want to do that before your ribs are even seasoned. So you're going to put a nice even coat of seasoning right across it, give it that nice color, and because I've taken the membrane off of the back, I am going to season the back of them. I like to let my ribs rest for about an hour, so in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get the pellet grill going. I try to set it about 280 degrees for low heat. I'm going to fill that hopper with 100% charcoal pellets. These ribs have been going for about an hour, and I'm going to put some squeezed margarine on it. I'm really using it because it's oil and butter flavor. We need a little bit of barrier on them, some moisture just to keep all of that in. So these ribs have been on for 30 minutes, and now we're going to flip them so bone sides are up and do the same process. Our ribs have been on the smoker for about a total of 2 hours right now. We're starting to get some nice mahogany look on them. Now it's time to wrap them. I have laid out a couple of pieces of tin foil with some brown sugar, our seasoning, and some honey. And I'm going to take the ribs and I'm going to put them bone side down on top of that layer of flavor. Then I'm going to repeat the process on the top. I'm going to put some brown sugar right over it for that first layer of sweetness, about a half a cup or so. And then I'm going to take some of our seasoning and I'm going to season up that sweetness. Add another layer of flavor. And finally, a different kind of sweet that's going to hit a little different is going to be some honey that goes on there. And what's going to help make a nice basting liquid is butter. I like to take unsalted butter, place it right on top of that rib, and it's going to melt down and create some liquid for us that then almost like bastes these ribs a little bit more. I'm going to take the foil, and this is really, really critical. We're going to wrap it up so that it's nice and tight. You're going to roll the tin foil down so it's nice and tight and get one end completely rolled up. Now, here is the other, this is kind of our secret ingredient. It's a pineapple soda. Pour that down inside that packet, seal up. Oh, you can smell it. It smells so good. We're gonna put this back on the smoker for about another 2 hours and let them braise. We've had the ribs in for another 2 hours in the foil, so now we're gonna check to see if our ribs are done. And how I do that is I look at my end bone and I give it just a little wiggle. I wanna see if it's moving by itself, it's done. If it picks up the whole rack, it needs a little more time. Oh yeah, it's wiggling. It's ready. These are temped. They're looking really, really good. I'm looking for about 205 or so. So what I want to do is baste them in a sauce mixture. I take our spicy, smoky Kansas City sauce, and I'm going to mix it with some agave. I want to do, my ratio is about a 3/4 cup of sauce with about a 1/3 cup of agave. What this does is it adds some more sweetness, but really what I'm looking for is the gloss and the shine. What I want to do is baste these ribs with that beautiful shine and sheen, adding in some of those flavors. I'm going to put this back on the pit for about another 10 minutes just to set that sauce in, and then we'll be ready to serve and eat. In Memphis, I'd break them apart and I'd double cut them, but how I like to do it is find the bone that where you're getting ready to cut, sometimes they curve a little bit. You go right in between them. Cut that beautiful, you can see. I used 100% charcoal pellets for a low and slow cook and got a beautiful color on that meat. Okay, now it's time to sample. Here we go, a nice bite. Oh my goodness, look at that. The meat just comes right off of there. So tender, so juicy, a long, low and slow cook with those charcoal pellets. These are winners.